So, good morning and welcome to Pilates. We're gonna do kind of regroup and make our body feel better before Christmas class today. But that doesn't mean you can't do it after Christmas, but I will see you after Christmas as well. We're gonna start laying down today. So if you're somebody who has a stiffer neck and like something under your head to help your neck feel better when you're laying on your back, I invite you to grab that. I'm just gonna do slight adjustment to my camera angle here, and let's lay on down. I want you to bend your knees, have your feet within the width of your body, right? Quite often we think our body is quite wide. Ideally, our feet right now are actually sit bone distance apart, and our sit bones are 4 to 5 inches apart. They are what ache when you ride a bicycle, and they're in direct alignment with your hip joint. Now, I want you to just draw your attention to the back line of your body and notice the curves, right? We're trying to be in neutral spine where we have the most shock absorption. So our neck would be up and our ribs would be down, our low back would be up and our tailbone area would be down. Quite often, this rib cage area is up. So what you're gonna wanna do is take an exhale like a sigh. And that'll help settle those ribs backwards down to the floor because the lowest ribs in your back are behind your belly button. And then let's see if we can keep the ribs there and breathe. You're going to inhale through your nose to expand your rib cage. And you're going to exhale through your mouth to contract. Inhale, finding some width side to side. And exhale, narrowing that rib cage. Inhale, getting wide. And exhale, getting narrow. Now we're going to move on to Imprint. If you're not familiar with it, you're going to want to take your thumbs to the bottom of your ribs, bring your fingertips to the top of your pelvis, kind of like making two big staples there. And you're going to take an inhale to prepare, and you're going to exhale, deepen your core work, creating an impression of your low back down, and you'll notice that your ribs and pelvis move towards each other. And then you're going to inhale, come back to neutral where the ribs feel heavy and the low back feels light. Exhale as you imprint. In particular, you'll feel a little bit of a movement through the pelvis. And inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, imprint. It's like you're making an impression in memory foam behind your back. Inhale, neutral. One more. Exhale, imprint. And inhale, neutral. Now, let's have everybody put their hands on their pelvis. And I just want you to just turn one knee out, only as far as you can without the other knee reacting or your pelvis rocking. Slide your legs straight. Turn your knee in and bend it. Outward, straighten, inward, and bend. Now, outward, straighten, inward, and bend. Outward, straighten, inward, and bend. Sorry, there was a little sound coming through there. That's why I jumped up, just to get everybody muted. Outward, straighten, inward, and bend. Now let's reverse. Let's go inward, straighten, outward, and bend. Inward, straighten, outward, and bend. Are you breathing? Inward, straighten, outward, and bend. Now let's go to your other leg. Turn outward, slide it straight, turn inward, and bend. Now notice as I do this, I'm not going so far sideways that my pelvis rocks, yeah? Inward and bend, outward, straighten, inward, and bend. We're gonna reverse, go inward. Now are your ribs lifting as you straighten? Hopefully not. Outward and bend. Inward, straighten, outward, and bend. Inward, straighten, outward, and bend. One more there. Inward, straighten, outward, and bend. Let's go onto our side and do a little bit of rotational breathing. So you're going to lay on your side with your knees bent. They're going to be in front of you. And you're going to either take a pillow or use your head to support your arm to support your head. Now, when I lay on my side, I can be relaxed and then you see the top line is curved, or I could be in neutral. So there's some tension in the bottom line. So my spine is straight in relationship to the floor. Top arm is reached forward. You're going to inhale, point your top hand at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs backwards as you reach your knees forwards. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, come back to where you started. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Now, as you turn backwards, keep those knees reaching forward. It's not about putting your hand on the floor. This is a back stretch. And then use your exhale to come forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs backwards. Inhale, hold. And exhale, coming forward. Now let's do this on a 2 breath. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Just one more. Inhale, back. And exhale, forward. Let's go to the other side. So underneath arm is supporting the head. Knees are bent in front of you. Tension in the bottom line of your body. It's not lax on the floor. Top arm is reached forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs backwards. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, coming forward. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your rib cage backwards. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, point at the ceiling, turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs backwards. Inhale, hold. And exhale, coming forward. Let's go to a 2 breath here. Inhale, rotate back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, rotate back. Exhale, come forward. Just one more. Inhale, rotating back. And exhale, coming forward. Let's come up onto our hands and knees and do a little bit of a cat stretch here. So hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Back of your head matches the back of your shoulders, and you have some tension in that core. It's not lax. Now we're going to make a C curve in our shape. Basically, make a shape like the letter C. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, point your tailbone down, scoop your back up towards the ceiling, making a shape like a letter C. Take an inhale, hold that. And exhale, flatten back out again. Now, if this hand position hurts your wrists, you can be up on your knuckles with your thumbs pointing away from your kneecaps. Let's do 3 more of those. Take an inhale. Exhale, round your back, tail to head. Now, when you look at your knees, are they about 4 inches apart? If not, they're too far apart. And let's flatten back out again. Take an inhale. Exhale, rounding, tail to head. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, flattening back out again. 1 more of these. Exhale as you round tail to head. Take an inhale. And exhale, flatten back out again. Let's make this a 2 breaths. So you're just going to exhale, round, and inhale, flatten. Exhale, round, inhale, flatten. 1 more, round, and flatten. Now just shift your weight a little bit to the left and right to warm up the outside of your hip and shoulder joint. Breathing. And then let's come center and do a little bit of a tail wag. Pull your tail to one side and then the other. One side and the other. You're breathing here. Just one more side here. And then let's go on to our back for an exercise called hip roll. Now for hip roll, you're going to be lifting your bum up off the floor. So you're not going to want to have something extra under your head. You're going to take a moment and go, is my back in neutral? It might more easily be in neutral at this point in class than it was at the beginning. But if the ribs are up, remember a sigh will get them down. You're going to have your feet within the width of your body. Take an inhale to prepare. You're going to exhale, press into your feet. Feel how that makes your pelvis lighter. Lift it up off the floor, roll on up onto your shoulder blades. Take an inhale. And exhale, soften through the rib cage, roll back down. When you get to the bottom, pelvis feels heavier, feet feel lighter. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your weight into your feet, lift your bum up off the floor, low back, back of the ribs. At the top, Ideally, your core is still engaged. If you lift your ribs out, you're not in neutral anymore. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down through your spine. 2 more. Exhale, press into your feet and roll on up. Now remember, inner thigh is a good part of this puzzle too. Are your knees getting wider apart? Roll down, don't let them get further apart. And feel how the pelvis gets heavy and the feet get light at the end. One more time here. Press your weight into your feet. That's an exhale. Lift your bum on up off the floor. Take an inhale when you get to the top and exhale, roll back down again. We're going to go to some arm stuff. So if you like something under your head, pop it under your head. And I want you to bring your arms up over your chest with your palms facing each other, kind of like you're holding a box. Now, right back's in neutral, so you feel the weight in the back of the ribs. Now, draw your attention up to your shoulder blades. You're going to reach your fingertips forward, feel how the shoulder blades come forward, and then exhale, bring your shoulder blades back down again. Inhale as you reach forward. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades to neutral. So you feel them resting on the floor, but not pushing into the floor. That would be retraction. Inhale forward, that's protraction. Exhale, neutral. One more here, protraction and neutral. Now, hold your neutral shoulder, hold your neutral rib cage, take an inhale, and exhale, just reach both arms back towards the floor above your head, and inhale, come up in front of your chest. Exhale, reach back, keeping the ribs heavy, and inhale in front of your chest. Now, as you reach back, if your hands are actually hitting the floor, either your shoulder or your rib cages come out of neutral, or maybe you're bending your elbows. And that's not our goal. We're trying to stay in neutral. One more here. Exhale, reach back and inhale forward. Let's do one more exercise here. We're going to do an arm scissor. So you're going to scissor one hand towards your head, the other towards your hip. Exhale, meet in the middle. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, center. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, center. Are your ribs staying heavy still? You might notice a bit of a sort of twisting through them. That's okay. That's just your fascial tension. One more here. And then just to do a little bit of a chest stretch, I want you to bend your elbows, bring your hands to the front of your shoulders, and your elbows down alongside your body. You're going to inhale, point your elbows up at the ceiling. Exhale, take your elbows sideways. That might be a chest stretch for you. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, point to the ceiling. Now, if it wasn't a chest stretch, get your elbows a little closer up towards your temples before you take your elbows sideways. Then bring your elbows back up to the ceiling and back down alongside the body. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale sideways. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale down alongside your body. One more here. Inhale up. Exhale sideways. Inhale up. And exhale down alongside your body. We're just going to go to our head nod. So let your arms relax down alongside your body. And you're going to keep your head resting down on whatever it's resting down on, right? If we're not lifting our bum, you can have something under your head. We're not going to do that right now. Keep your head heavy on the floor or your blocker pillow. And let's just go to a little nod of your chin towards your chest and release back to neutral. Now, what we're looking for here is to get the back to slightly bend backwards, and it doesn't like to do it. So if you move your head a lot, you're just moving right at the base of your skull. And we want to find more of movement in the neck. So really feel like you're reaching out the top of your head as you nod. And try not to lose a lot of space in the front of your throat. Inhale, nod. Exhale, release when we're hearing nod. And release. Now, back to the shoulders. I want your arms a little bit off the floor, palms faced in. Now, can you find a nice wide collarbone there? That's that neutral place. Now, all you're going to do from here is inhale, slide your shoulder blades towards your ears. Exhale, slide towards your heels. Inhale, up towards your ears. And exhale, down towards your heels. Inhale, up. Exhale, sliding down. Can you feel your mid-back muscles kind of tensioning there? One more up and down. We're going to go to our ab prep. It's the one that kind of looks like a crunch, but it's not a crunch for a couple of different reasons. One, we're going to keep that low back and pelvis in neutral. So we're not going to flatten that low back. So I want your, and number two, right, we're going to look towards our knees, not the ceiling as we do this exercise. So I'd like you to take your hands behind your head. I want your elbows in your peripheral vision. Now, can you feel the back of the ribs heavy, right? Below the shoulder blades, is that a heavy part of your back? If not, take an exhale like a sigh. And then notice below that, it feels light, right? That you're not pressing that low back into the floor. You're going to try and keep that lightness as you curl your upper body up. You're going to inhale, do your little knob we practiced a moment ago, and then you're going to exhale round through your rib cage to curl up and look at your knees. Inhale, hold this position, and exhale back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. As you curl up, you're going to feel that mid back get heavier into the floor. Ideally, the low back is still light. And then let's exhale, go back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale into the back of the ribs. Exhale, flattening back out again. Two more. Inhale, nod. Exhale, rounding up. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. One more. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Let's go onto our belly for a little bit of breaststroke prep. Now, from here, you're going to have your hands beside your head, your whole forearm on the floor. Your legs are close together with your kneecaps pointing down, and you want to feel that you're resting on the middle of your breastbone and the tip of your nose. Now, we want a little bit of tensioning in our abdominals, and part of what will help that is if you press the top of your foot into the floor and just lift your knees slightly off the floor. It doesn't have to be big. Now, from here, you're just going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. You're going to inhale, hold that, and exhale, come back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift up, keeping your lowest ribs on the floor. Take an inhale there, and exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, back down again. One more of these. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Let's do three more on the two breaths. So just inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more here. Up and down. Breaststroke prep number two. Arms come alongside the body, palms face the ceiling. Kneecaps are still lifted a little bit because the top of the foot is pushed into the floor. Inhale, turn your palms inwards to face your thighs. Exhale, reach out the top of the head, lifting up. Inhale into the back of the ribs and exhale back down again. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale up. Now, as you inhale, you will feel your belly move. But try not to push it into the floor and come back down again. One more of these. Inhale, turn your palms in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and down. Last arm position, hands under your forehead. Now, you can leave your arms down as you do this exercise, which is what I'm going to do today. But if you want to make it more challenging, you're going to lift your arms off the floor with you. However, if you get pain and tension in your neck, you want to leave your arms on the floor for this exercise. So top of the foot is pressed into the floor. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift on up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. One more of these. Inhale, slide. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale, down. Let's press back into our shell stretch and take a couple of breaths there. Now, right, if your knees have a tendency to be sore, you're going to want to lay on your back and hug your knees into your chest. But if your knees aren't sore, you can just sit back over your heels and round out your back. So it's not that I'm not capable of putting my belly on my thighs. I am. It's about trying to make your back round here. So you're trying to drop your tail down, scoop your belly button in, elbows are bent, And you can do a little gentle rock side to side here just to help the tissue let go a little bit. One more breath here. And then we're moving on to our 100. Now, our 100 has 100 breaths in it. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. 5 and 5 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. I'm going to call it the way it's typically done, and I'm going to do it the way it's typically done, which is with the upper body curved up and the legs in tabletop. Some of it, like if you want to make that harder, you can always have the legs straight. If your neck's sore, keep your head down. If your low back's sore, keep your feet down. Yeah, you're still doing the 100, even if you're not lifting your head or your feet. So let's just for a moment go, am I in neutral? If you like something under your head, it would be under your head right now. Take an inhale, exhale, imprint. Lift one leg at a time up to tabletop, which is a right angle at your knee and your hip. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, nod. Exhale, round on up and go in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20, 10. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. That's 20. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 30. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 50. Sniff. 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow. 2, 3, 4, 60. Sniff. 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow. 2, 3, 4, 70. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 80. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 90. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 100. Take an inhale, hold. Exhale. You're going to bring your knees into your chest and rock them side to side. Now, if you have a history of sciatica, you don't want to be doing what I'm doing right now, particularly if your sciatica is flared up. You're going to put your feet on the floor, do your rock there. It puts less potential pressure on that sciatic nerve, and having that thing unhappy is never a good thing. We'll do one more breath here. And then I want you to sit on up because we're going to just do a little bit of spine twist. So when we do spine twist, we have a couple of different options how we sit. I'm sitting cross-legged because I'm on an elevated platform. You can always have legs in a diamond shape. You could have your legs straight and tight together. The most important thing that you're sitting up nice and tall out of that low back. If you have a yoga block and you want to use it to help you sit up straighter, fantastic. Now, what I want you to do is take your hands, make a platform out of your hands. Put that platform and put it against your rib cage. That'll help you know where your rib cage is and that you know that you're rotating it. Feel a nice width through the collarbones. That's your neutral shoulder. Tighten your core a little bit. Now we're going to try not to move our pelvis, and we're going to use 3 inhales to turn. Going inhale, 2, 3, exhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, exhale, center. Now maximum range, if you're staying in neutral center, is 15 degrees to one side. So if you're trying to get 90, it ain't ever going to happen. Come back to center. In, 2, 3, and center. Now we're going to do a harder version with our arms. And I want you to take your arms out sideways. Now you don't want to have them straight sideways because see how that rolled my shoulder forward. You want to have your hands just slightly in front of your shoulder. If you look straight forward and wiggle your fingers, ideally you can see them in your peripheral vision without moving your head. Shoulder blades out of your ears. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, center. Can you feel the muscles of your waist turning you? And center. In, 2, 3, exhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, and center. Good. We're going to do a little bit of spine stretch forward. For spine stretch forward, I recommend either diamond legs or straight legs. If your legs are straight for this exercise, they're shoulder distance apart. Once again, we want to be sitting up nice and tall out of that low back. I want you to imagine that your back is on the wall behind you. You're going to start this with your head. You're going to take an inhale, just exhale, round forward like you're trying to put the top of your forehead on your knees. Inhale into your back. And exhale, stack your spine all the way back up again. Take an inhale. Exhale, rounding forward, pulling your belly button in and up as you round forward. Inhale into your back. And exhale, stack your spine all the way back up again. Inhale. Exhale, rounding forward. Scoot that belly button in. Inhale into your back. And exhale back up again. Now let's do this on a 2 breath. You're just going to exhale round and inhale up. Exhale round. Inhale up. One more round and up. Bring your arms parallel to the floor. We're going to reach over your feet. You're going to take an inhale. Exhale, reach over your feet. Inhale up. Exhale, scoop your belly button in. Inhale up. Aiming the top of the forehead down and up. One more here. Exhale, round forward and inhale up. We're going to go down onto our back to do a little bit of ab work. So we're heading to obliques. If you want to make this harder for yourself, you do this exercise with your legs in tabletop. I want you to take your hands behind your head. And remember, if your legs are in tabletop, you want to imprint to get those legs up. I want your elbows in your peripheral vision. And if you don't have your legs up already, tighten that core a little bit so that it's ready to rock and roll. Sense the weight of your head in your hands. You're going to inhale, do a little nod. Exhale, round up to look at your knees. Inhale here. Now exhale, turn your rib cage to one side. Inhale, come back to center. Turn your rib cage to the other side. Inhale, center. And exhale, lay on down. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up to look at your knees. Now, when you rotate, aim opposite shoulder to knee, and then opposite shoulder to knee, and back down again. So if you're looking at the side walls of your room, you're flattening your back to get there. We want to stay curved. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. We got one more to go. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Other side. And back down again. Good. You can either hug your knees in, or you can just rock your knees side to side. If you're rocking your knees side to side, you can have your elbows sideways because that'll help, like with your feet on the floor, that'll help stretch out your chest a little bit, having those elbows on the floor. Now, right, our obliques can twist us, but they can also side bend us. We just did the twist. Let's try the side bend. So, right, you're going to take your legs back to tabletop if that's where you're working. Bring your elbows into that 45-degree angle, right, where the shoulders and ribs are neutral. Now you're going to inhale, nod, exhale, curl up. Take an inhale here. Now find the muscles at the side of your waist and tension them to bend yourself sideways. Inhale, come back to center. Other side, tension to go sideways. Inhale, center, and exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Other side. Center. And down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Other side. And back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Is your pelvis moving? I hope not. Let's go to the other side. And back down again. Just one more here. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Other side. And back down again. Once again, you can either hug your knees into your chest and rock your knees side to side, or if your feet are on the floor, just rock your knees side to side for a moment and breathe. Now, right, if your feet aren't on the floor, let's get them down. If you have something extra under your head, let's lose it because we're going to shoulder bridge. Now, shoulder bridge is very much like hip roll that we did earlier, where we were lifting our bum up and rolling back down again. We're going to try not to roll this time. We're going to try and keep our back straight or in neutral. So, right, feet are ideally sit bone distance apart. Back's in that neutral place with the four curves of the spine. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, press into your feet and lift your pelvis up off the floor till the front of the hip is flat. Take an inhale here and exhale back down again. Now, remember, if that's bugging your hamstring, make sure you're pulling your knees about an inch closer to get there to get that inner thigh activity before you get going. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet into the floor to lift your hips off the floor. Inhale, the front of the hip is flat. And exhale, back down again. One more here. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. And exhale, back down again. We're going to do an add-on. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift to the top. Now, inhale, exhale, press your left foot harder in the floor. Try not to shift or twist. Inhale, bring the weight to center. Exhale, press your right foot harder into the floor. Inhale, bring the weight equal. Exhale, left foot. Inhale, weight equal. Right foot. Inhale, weight equal. One more. Left foot pressed into the floor. Feel how that activates the thigh butt area a little harder. And then let's do that on the right side. And put your bum back down again. Rock your knees side to side. Yeah. Let's make those hamstrings feel happier after that, because quite often they get a little bit unhappy with that series. And where we're going to go is we're going to go to a little bit of side leg work. We're going to start with the kick today. And so when you set yourself up for this, right, you can have a pillow under your head if your shoulder won't tolerate your arm holding your head. You're going to have your legs forward at a 45-degree angle. Now, feet are flexed, belly button's in. You're going to lift your top leg up and you're going to kick it forward twice. Going inhale, inhale, exhale, pull your leg back. Now, notice my hand that's down on the floor. I just have my fingertips down. That helps my shoulder not roll forward. Inhale, inhale. I get a stretch on the back of the leg. Exhale, pull back. In. Exhale, pull back. In. Exhale, pull back. And in. Exhale, pull back. Two more. In. Exhale, pull back. Last one. In, and pull back. Now we're going to go to a straight line from our head to our feet. Now, once again, just like when I was side lying earlier, I don't want to be relaxed. I want to have some tension in that bottom side of my body. I want my hips stacked. You're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot, lift up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Now you're going to inhale to lift that top leg, and you're going to exhale to lower it. Really reach out your toe to lift and out your heel to come down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. One more here, up and down. Now we're going to do some leg circles today. You're going to lift your leg up, hip height off the floor, 5 circles, going 1, 2, 3, try not to hula dance, and 5. Reversing, are you breathing? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take that leg down. Now we're going to try a little bit of staggered leg. Now, quite often that'll hurt the outside of the bottom hip. And if that does for you, drop that top knee forward and lift and lower that bottom leg. You can have the knee up or down on that. So, right, staggered leg, you're going to inhale, lift your top leg, exhale, lift your bottom leg to meet it. Take them both down. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze, and down. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze, and down. One more here, up, squeeze, and down. Beautiful. Let's do this on the other side. So, right, I realized I didn't have a light on that I wanted on, so I just thought I'd pop it on and just make it maybe easier for you to see. So, right, either a pillow or your arm under your head, legs at a 45 to help you balance. Top hand can be down, or if you want to challenge, it's on your leg. You're going to lift your top leg up, kick it forward twice, going inhale, inhale, exhale, point your foot and pull it behind you. And forward, inhale, inhale, exhale, point your foot and pull it behind you. In, exhale, reach back. And in, exhale, reach back. Now you might get a stretch on the back of that leg as you go forward, on the front of the hip as you go back. in, in. Exhale, reach back. One more here. In, and reach back. Now, straight line from your head to your feet. Hips are stacked, right? So I'm thinking ASIS points. What we think is hip bones are on top of each other. Tension in that bottom side of your body. And you're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Lift up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Now, part of what's tricky about this is you're trying not to let your leg go forward or back as you do this. You're trying to have it go just straight up and down, almost like your leg is in a corridor and it can't go forward or back. Yeah, one more here. Now let's do our circles. Lifting up, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you breathing? Other side. Way. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rest the leg down. You're going to lift your top leg, lift your bottom leg, take it down. Inhale, lift the top leg. Exhale, lift the bottom leg and down. Now remember, if this is uncomfortable on that bottom hip, just get the top leg in front. You'll still get your inner thigh work. And down, up, squeeze, and down. Good, rest. Let's do a little bit of a release for our hips. So I just want you to go onto your back, and I want you to step your feet wide. If you like something under your head, put it under your head. You'll be more comfortable doing this. And then all you're going to do is just drop one knee into the middle, pick it up, and drop your other knee into the middle and pick it up. Now, right, when we're doing this is fascial release work, so we're not really worried about being neutral here. What we're looking at is kind of pulling into anything that feels like a bit of a stretch and coming out of it. And breathing, and it's sort of a gentle push in, right? If you thought about pushing on a spider web, if you push on it really hard, you tear it, right? If you just gently push into it, you can stretch it a little bit. And our fascia kind of moves a little bit like spider webs do. Now, from here, let's go onto our tummy and do a little bit more work on the back line of the body. So we're going to start with a little bit of single leg extension. So I want your hands under your forehead. Now, leg extension is your leg going backwards in space from the hip joint. So, right, you want your hands under your forehead. You want to be resting on the middle of your breastbone. You want to have your belly button in a little bit to support your low back. Now, from here, what you want to do is you want to find the muscles right where your thigh and your butt meet. I call that your thud. To pull your pube bone forward towards the floor a little bit. Now, that might adjust where your torso is a bit, and that's okay. We're just getting into a more neutral position. Shoulders are out of your ears. Now, you're going to want to keep that pull forward as we do this exercise. So you're going to pull your pube bone forward. That's your inhale. Exhale, just lift one leg and see if you can feel tensioning in that thud increase. Inhale, hold, and exhale back down again. So we're not trying to find the whole butt cheek. We're just trying to find the bottom fibers just near your thigh. So inhale, that pube bone's pulled forward. Exhale, lift, feel that working. Your thigh is still on the floor. If it's off the floor, you have twisted and you're not doing what we're looking for. Come back down again. Inhale, pull that pube bone forward. Exhale, reach the leg long to lift. Feel how the work in the thud increases. And then release. Now we got to see if we can find that on the other side. So inhale, pull your pube bone forward. Exhale, reach out your other toes to lift up a little bit. Feel that tension. That's an inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Inhale, pull the pube bone forward. Exhale, lift. Looking to feel those low fibers of your butt, just where your thigh meets your butt. And back down again. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale and exhale, release. Good. Relax your butt, rock it side to side. And we're going to see if we can find this on a bit of a two breath. So, right, you're going to inhale, pull your pube bone forward. Shoulders, of course, are out of your ears. And then exhale, lift one leg. Inhale, release. Same leg, lift and release. Keeping your thigh on the floor. Feel the tensioning where your thigh and your butt meet. One more here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Let's do the other side. So inhale, pube bone is forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Lift and release. One more, lift and release, and rest your bum, little rock side to side. Now, while we're down on our front, we should do a bigger back extension because, right, we have a tendency to bend forward all the time and never backwards. So I want you to take your hands beside your head like we did for our breaststroke prep earlier. I want you to open your legs to a V shape. Your heels are going to be pulled towards the midline, and the muscles that pull your heels towards the midline, they are right at that fat, so they're probably really awake right now. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. You're going to exhale, use your back muscles to lift, then use your arms and your bum to lift even higher. Inhale, exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. And so you use your back muscles to lift. Use your arms and your bum to lift even higher. Now, when you inhale, don't let that belly go slack and come back down again. Two more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting up, reaching out the top of the head. You're looking forward, not at the ceiling, and back down again, because remember, we want to keep that neck long. One more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up into a shape like a banana. Inhale, hold, and exhale down. Good, we're going to press back into our shell stretch and take 3 breaths there. Now remember, if your knees have a tendency to be sore, you're going to want to be on your back for this, holding your knees into your chest. But folks who have sciatica, this is a better position than on the back with the knees to the chest. And I just want to finish off with a little bit of mermaid today. So I'd like you to find a sitting position. If you have a yoga block and you want to sit on it to help your back be straight, do that. You want to have your legs crossed or diamond here, or if they're straight, they're wider because we're going to side bend, and that helps you not rock and roll that pelvis around too much because we're going to try and keep it quiet. Your hands are beside you and you have some support in your core. You're going to inhale, lift one arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, start with your head side down, keep both sit bones down. You're going to inhale, stack your spine up, and exhale, release your arm down. Inhale, reach your arm to the ceiling. Exhale, side bend. Is your opposite sit bone staying on the floor? Inhale up, and exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Just one more to each side here. Exhale as you side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Other arm. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up. And exhale, release. So I'm calling us done there for today. Thank you for your hard work. And I will connect with you again soon.